So as you can see, I have a couple of things at my disposal. I have my sodium phosphate buffer, my wash buffer that does not have any NaCl. I have my chromatography column, and I have right here a transfer pipette. Now transfer pipettes may or may not be the best thing for you to use here. What you want to do anytime you're doing any sort of column chromatography is make sure that the column bed, this resin, this white resin, remains intact and it does not go dry. So what I'm going to do is take my transfer pipette, collect a little bit of a solution, and then I'm very carefully going to add it to my solution. And I'm adding it so slowly so that the resin bed does not get kicked up. Likewise, I'm adding it to that top line, okay? So now my solution has not exceeded the top line and it has not gone below the lower line. What I'm going to do now is pull this cap off to demonstrate how quickly this flows. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It was my 24th droplet. Now, what I'm running through this column right now is simply a sodium phosphate buffer. So the chances that there's anything insoluble in that sodium phosphate buffer is extremely low. When you load the protein sample where you're going to try to get LDH to adhere to this column, well, there's probably going to be some more stuff in there. And by that I mean insoluble things, insoluble sugars or lipids or something like that. So what they are going to do is they are going to delay and slow down the flow rate of this column. But right here, when it was just flowing the solution through, I would say that was about 24 droplets in the better part of 30 to 40 seconds. So that's something to keep in line almost as a baseline. Whenever you get your column, the first thing that you are going to do is add your protein sample to that column so that then you can get the ball rolling on eluting your protein and eluting proteins from this sample. Now the next thing that you want to do is as soon as you add your protein fraction, you're going to be on the bottom side of this collecting fractions. We're going to be using glass test tubes to collect approximately 1 milliliter per test tube for each fraction.